Okay.
All right. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us during this moment where we get to celebrate some of our KESID members who've graduated in fall and spring, fall 2023 and spring 2024. So to start us off, I think we're going to start with a word of prayer. And I would like to welcome Teresa Ombewa, if you could please pray for us to start us off. And then after that, we can have Makobi lead us in singing the national anthem. Thank you.
Thank you everyone for joining us. My name is Teresa Ombewa. I'm a student at Media School, taking an MA in Media Arts and Science. I'm sorry I have a junior boss right next to me. I'll lead us in our word of prayer. Mighty and everlasting Father, we thank you for this beautiful evening. Thank you for the gift of life. Thank you for even the moment that we get to share together. Thank you for the graduates that have gotten to share this milestone with us, Jehovah. We celebrate them. And we want to honor you for this opportunity, for granting them strength and even the wisdom to get through the season of academia that they were in. Those who graduated in fall and spring, Jehovah, we thank you. We glorify your name and we thank you for even providing them with all the resources, finances, and even the human capital that surrounded them throughout the journey, even as they get to a season of transition. Father, we pray that you open doors for them, that you guide their paths, even as they go ahead, Jehovah. May you open doors for them, Jehovah. We decree and declare that job opportunities shall come and opportunities shall locate them, Jehovah. I pray that they shall continue carrying the Kenyan flag up high and shall walk in your glory and light. Father, we thank you even for the KESID members and leaders and even the mentors, Jehovah. We pray that you continue using them to impact all the Kenyan students here in diaspora in different aspects. As we celebrate them tonight, we honor and glorify your name, and we thank you for this opportunity that we get to share. And it is in the mighty name of Jesus I pray, trusting and believing. Amen. Karibuni.
Amen. Thank you very much, Teresa. Bwana Makobi, I would now like to welcome you to lead us in singing the national anthem.
Okay, so I had like Gabby had started singing it though.
Yeah, we have a new KESID baby. That's awesome.
Mungu nguvu yetu, ilete baraka kwetu, haki iwe ngao na mlinzi, na tukae na undugu, amani na uhuru, raha tupate na ustawi. Amkeni ndugu zetu, tufanye sote bidii, nasi tujitoe kwa nguvu, nchi yetu ya Kenya tunayoipenda, tuwe tayari kuilinda, na tujenge taifa letu. Ndio wajibu wetu. Kenya istahili heshima, tungane mikono pamoja kazini, kila siku tuwe na shukrani.
Thank you very much, Thank you very much, Madam Makovi, for that. I think now I would like to introduce a few KESID student leaders who are here, and then after that I will hand over to Professor Jerono to introduce some of our board members and mentors, and then I think after that we can start off on the program. So I'll start with myself. My name is Jimmy Ochieng. I'm a third-year PhD candidate at the Media School, where I'm specializing in political communication and hoping to graduate in spring next year. So student members who have already joined, if you could please introduce yourselves, say at least something about yourself and what you do. Thank you.
Okay, I think I'll go first. My name is Teresa Ombewa. I'm a master's student at Indiana University. Currently, I've just concluded my first year, going into the second year, and looking to graduate in spring next year. I've also gotten half of the degree 3 months ago. Yeah. Thank you. And I also serve as the Executive Administrative Coordinator for KESID. I'm so happy that you've taken the time to join us. Congratulations to the graduates, and let's continue holding our hands together even for those who are coming behind us. Yeah.
Thank you. Any other student leader who has joined?
Hello.
We can hear you.
Sheila here. Sorry, I was driving. I had to pull aside. My name is Sheila from North Carolina A&T University. I'm doing my PhD in mechanical engineering, and I am one of the student leaders. And congratulations to all the guys. That's it.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Sheila. If there is nobody else, then I would hand it over to Jerono, who's our founder, to say a thing and introduce maybe one or two of the board members to say one or two things.
Great. Good evening, everybody, and thank you so much. It's great to see you. I am Jerono Rotich. I'm joining you from Indiana, Bloomington. And this is such an amazing day. I get to wear my gown because I celebrate all of you. You have worked very hard. And it's just the most exciting day for a professor to see students work so hard and go across the line. Again, I'm the CEO and founder of KESID, and this day is for the graduates, so I'm not going to take too long. I see, I'm going to ask our board members to introduce themselves. Dr. Wanyama will go last because he's speaking. So I see Dr. Ochieng, Makobi, and Dr. Muchai. You can introduce yourselves in any order.
Okay, hello. Hello, everybody. How are you? My name is Patrick Ochieng. I'm glad to be here. Sorry, I'm walking my little one in the neighborhood. I have a 6-year-old who has been on my case. So I'm Patrick Ochieng. I'm in Huntsville, Alabama. As Dr. Jerono said, I am one of the board members and also an advisor. I'm a professor at Oakwood University. So I just want to congratulate everybody who is graduating or who has graduated. And we hope that you will continue conquering the world. Thank you.
Next, but I know you had Makobi's voice, but he's also a former leader and board member.
Okay, Makobi, are you there? Go for it.
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, I don't want to go after my seniors. Anyway, so I just joined the advisory board, and my name is Sylvester Makobi. currently taking my exams at IU for my my doctoral degree in classical music, specifically singing. Yeah, right now I'm in New York doing some singing, and I like to congratulate all the graduates. Hongera sana.
Always a pleasure to have everybody, the students, leaders, and the board members, and the founder, Professor Jerono. My name is Attache Muchai. I'm based in Indianapolis, an engineer at Cummins. Love mentoring, and really always look forward to this day when more and more people graduate into various professions. So congratulations. This is your evening. Enjoy the day. God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you. Dr. Wanyama, just go ahead and I was going to wait for Dr. Wanyama to introduce himself when he's speaking. Is that okay? So Dr. Wanyama will introduce himself before he speaks. Yes, okay. Jimmy?
Hello.
You can go ahead and welcome Ambassador Andrew, and then bring greetings and then the speaker.
Okay. Good evening, Ambassador Andrew Buop. Thank you for joining us this evening and representing our embassy and the government of the Republic of Kenya. If we could at least say a few words of encouragement to the students who are graduating and anything else you might, words of advice that you can give to them. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jimmy. I am traveling. I'm from the office. So I have not reached home. I had thought that by 8 p.m. I would be at home. But
do you want us to wait until you get home?
No, it will take long. So I'll just make a few remarks. Our chief guests, who are the graduating cohorts, the CEO and founder, Professor Jerono, our guest speaker, Professor Wanyama, our host, Dr. Jimmy, Professor Muchai, board members, ladies and gentlemen. I feel honored and privileged to be part of this celebration, which is being held on a virtual platform. I bring sincere greetings and best wishes from His Excellency, the Ambassador, Mr. Lazarus Amayo, the entire team at the Kenya Embassy in DC. Graduation is a time of celebration and triumph and marks the end and beginning of the next phase. It is a very good, proud moment for the graduates and those who have played their part in the end result. I congratulate you for the exceptional success in reaching this far. I believe that you have benefited immensely from the experience and expertise of the teams of highly qualified faculties in the various universities you went through. You remained steadfastly focused and kept the faith until you accomplished the goal of graduation. You have exited as a highly empowered and knowledgeable individuals, ready to succeed in the competitive world of workplaces. I salute and congratulate you all. Your parents, spouses, guardians, benefactors also deserve our gratitude for guiding and supporting you in your quest for academic qualifications and professional development. The training has armed you with the skills, abilities, and aptitudes that make you dynamic thinkers and doers. It truly accorded you the opportunity for self-discovery, getting challenged, and getting the best out of yourself. Even as you exit the various institutions, we expect you to stay connected to them and KESID. Continue to expose the values of KESID wherever you will be, because you are life members. Let your work bring honor to your universities where you have graduated and to KESID as a body. I want to thank the CEO and the entire leadership of KESID. Without your foresight, commitment, and unwavering support, we would not have a ceremony of this kind tonight. You have ensured that the organization remains active, vibrant, and relevant with new ideas. Congratulations. Finally, may I take this opportunity to wish all the graduates all the very best in their future endeavors. To the KESID officials, keep up the excellent work in helping shape the leaders, and may God bless you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. We really appreciate taking the time to join us and give us those kind remarks to encourage the students who are graduating and moving into the next phases of their lives.
Thank you very much.
All right, sir. Now I would like to invite Professor Jerono to invite the guest speaker of the day to address us. Thank you.
Okay. Again, good evening. Thank you so much, Ambassador Andrew. I know you guys, it's a very busy time at the embassy, but we always really appreciate your support. You stand with us. Please pass our greetings to His Excellency Ambassador and the entire team at the Kenyan Embassy. We are so blessed to have a very supportive embassy, a country we feel at home, away from home. Yes.
Thank you very much.
So at this moment, without further ado, I want to invite our dear brother, one of our mentors, one of our board members, our engineer. He mentors our engineering students. He's always, if you've seen, he's always here with us. So without further ado, I don't want to ruin the introduction. I'm going to have Dr. Wanyama to introduce himself and give us some words of encouragement.
Yeah, thank you very much, Professor Jerono, for this opportunity. Just to get to talk, mention a couple of words to the graduates. First and foremost, congratulations to all the fall 23 last year's and this spring 2024 graduates. That's a major milestone. Should not be taken for granted. My name's Wanyama. I like going by the name Wanyama, but the other name is Walter. Most people here call me Walter, but Wanyama is the name. I'm a Kenyan, born in Kenya, grew up in Kenya, went to school in Kenya, did my first degree in Kenya, worked for 7 years. And that is when I transitioned to the United States. I went to school for my grad school. I went to Texas Tech. I was there for 5 years. I went for the PhD program. But along the way, I also managed to grab the MSc degree just in case. That is a strategy that I would encourage anyone going for a higher degree. If it comes your way, grab additional certificates on your way. It's always good to have that. The one thing I wanted to point out is that as students, for those who are still going to school, look for opportunities, continue looking for opportunities. If we have any Kenyans listening in, you're joining tonight's meeting, get connected with members of KESID, get ideas, reach out. There are a lot of opportunities here. There is nothing wrong in actually seeking to study abroad. You can always come here, stay as long as you want, and you can always go back home if you feel uncomfortable or if you have attained whatever you wanted to. That is what we set out to do. I work at Caterpillar I've been there since 2000. I've worked for about going to 24 years now. And I've enjoyed the work I do. The good thing is that you can always do something else if you so decided to do so. But if you enjoy your workplace, then you stay for longer. Now, I recognize the fact that one of my competitors is also one of us in this team. Dr. Jesse Mushai. Yeah, he's a competitor, but we respect one another. We more or less do the same thing, but we're in different companies. But we realize we get together and we talk to KESID students just to encourage them in their areas of need, if any. What I found out is that a lot of students in KESID, you have some fear of reaching out, and we've talked about this to some, but they're still wary of reaching out. Do not fear to go out and seek for help whenever you need any help. And if you call one of us and we do not respond, it is okay to reach out to somebody else. We are here to help and to make sure that you are comfortable while you're out here. Today is not actually my day. I'll not talk much about myself. Professor Jerono, we can always arrange another session, and I'll give you details of my career path. It's a very fascinating story, and you don't want to miss that at some point in the future. Today is the day for our graduate students. Congratulations for graduating. Those who have gotten the first degree, there's always an opportunity to either go look for a job, or you already have gotten a job. For those who graduated earlier, you probably have a job. And if you do not have, continue searching and reach out for those who know how. Professor Jerono is one person you really want to talk to at any given time. She knows her way around these colleges and universities. You can always go for a master's degree if you have your bachelor's. But on the other hand, there should be no pressure for you to go for a master's. If you get a job, settle in, have a feel of the job, and if you like it, you could continue. If you want to further your studies, that is also another opportunity to pursue. So don't hesitate to reach out to Professor Jerono or others who are in other universities and colleges. It's always good to have an additional degree given a chance. And for those who are graduating with a master's degree, again, options are about the same. You can either pursue a career in the industry, or you can self-employ, or you can go for a PhD. It's wide open. PhDs and master's degrees, there are a lot of scholarships out there. And again, I'm talking because I hang around these professors, so we talk a lot, and I know there's a lot of money for research. It is not sufficient to go get a job and just settle in for the money, and you don't hang around some of these people. There's a lot of knowledge out there. And I've always looked at it as having come to this country. When I look at the curriculum that we went through in Kenya compared to what we are going through here, I must tell you that at least in my case, I found it a lot easier to do a lot in the United States than I did when I was in Kenya. In fact, The first time I ever got 100% in a test was when I came to the United States. I never got 100 in Kenya, apart from maybe homework, but in an examination, I never did. Yeah. If somebody is listening in from Kenya, if you've been getting a C or even a B minus, if you come to the United States, I can assure you, you will get an A or a B. It's not very difficult. And I'm not trying to belittle the education system here. This is just a fact. Academia is a lot easier in the United States than in Kenya. And I'm not saying anything bad about our country, Kenya. So keep that in mind, those who are listening in from the Kenyan end. And for the graduates, those who have opted to pursue a career in that is in the industry, there are a lot of opportunities again. Yeah, reach out to some of us. I'll tell you something about our company. Dr. Mushai will tell you something about his. There are others also who will tell you about their places of work. There are a lot of opportunities. We may not necessarily directly influence, but we have some networking. There are ways to go around it. Yeah, so consider that. You have options, industry versus academia. Yeah, but don't sit back and be comfortable with what you have right now. Now, what happens in the industry? On my part, what I've observed is the one thing that the managers or the higher ups look out for is mostly the attitude by which you do your work. You are observed a lot, check you out, how you come in, how you go out, and also how you relate with other people. There's a lot of teamwork that goes on in the workplace. So you should be able to work with other people. Not everybody will like you. And in any case, you don't like everybody. So we are just about the same. So you just go out there and work with people, even the ones you may not like. And I think that is true also in academia. I want to believe that because I've talked to a number of professors, and I think the same is about true. One has to be very truthful in what they do and say. And I think that is a weakness, to be very honest. It's a weakness that a lot of us Kenyans, I don't know about the other countries, we struggle a lot with the truth. The truth, as you know, all of us here, is very important here in the United States. Not that everybody tells the truth, but at least there are systems in place that actually ensure that you try to do what is right. And as you know, if you mess up, you may end up in some very bad places, and that would include places like the jail. We don't want to do that. So for Kenyan students, when you come out here, when you're in school, or you're in the industry or elsewhere, it is paramount that you have to be disciplined, and it is always good to tell the truth. At your workplace, you really have to be committed to the work that you do. And being committed is not anything beyond what you already have done in school. What am I talking about here? For instance, you are given homework, what do? You go and do the homework, submit it in good time. The same in the industry, there are challenges. The major difference between the industry and academia is that in the industry, things move fairly fast. You don't have time to do a lot of research. Even some of us who have been through the R&D is also there in the industry, but our R&D does not take a long time. Things turn around very quickly. So you're given homework, which is basically an assignment. You go and if there is an opportunity to work on, for instance, in my case, there is an issue with the machine part. You try to figure out what the issue is and then fix it, because you have to sell. And that does not take a very long time. So the turnaround has to be pretty fast. And I think that's the major difference between the two areas, academia and the industry. Now, another thing I wanted to point out is there's an aspect of fear which seems to engulf most of us. If you fear making mistakes, you cannot work in the industry. I can tell you that without any shadow of a doubt. You don't fear making mistakes. Even me, I was very cautious when I came. You're given an assignment and you go cautiously. What if I make a mistake? What will people say? You look very bad, you know? And in our case, there are instances when they throw some work at you. They say, okay, you have a PhD. You should be able to figure this thing out. What do? Now, there are some people who do not have this PhD. They're technicians. And sometimes they actually test you. They mess up the equipment and they let you figure out the issue. So sometimes we do what in Swahili we say, unanyenyekea. You go and learn even from the small, so-called in Kenya would say watu wadogo. Yeah. Because we categorize people in terms of, okay, this is a technician, he's low ranking and all that. I tell you, in the industry, even our top managers, we hang around with them and they come, we move around those machines. We get dirty. Just to mention, if anyone is wondering, you probably have never seen me putting on a coat and a tie. I've never done that in the last 24 years. It's just the way the industry is. And there are choices there. Yeah, the way we dress, the way we do stuff is just that way. So I'm used to getting dirty. If you find me at my workplace, I usually have a lot of hydraulic oil all over my clothes. So I'm just trying to say that unanyenyekea, you work with the so-called technicians, small people, so to speak, in the Kenyan context. If you're a boss, you can't talk to some certain small people. No, over here we talk to everybody. Everybody is helpful. And people just do their work. Another thing I wanted to mention is, as I said, this fear of making mistakes. I think, as you know, if you fear making mistakes, you cannot get things done. But also, over time, you have to really improve on your confidence. And this is where, like, interacting with the people in academia and people in the health profession, we have a lot of counselors around, and talk to these people. Yeah, they will instill some level of confidence in you. They'll tell you how to overcome your fears. We have a lot of professionals even in KESID and KESA and other organizations. Those people are there. It is, when you get a chance, it's always good to reach out to them for advice and for your well-being. What about taking care of yourself? You really have to go out there, do the work, but at the same time, really take care of yourself. I'm not a counselor or a health professional, but we talk about that even at my place of work. It's an engineering setup, but there's emphasis in good nutrition and taking breaks. And the breaks in this case, we are talking about when you have a vacation, you don't hang around there. You are told to go and relax. You cannot work. Even machines have to be oiled. They take a break. Some maintenance is done. It's very important to do that. So when you go to your workplace, whether it's in the industry or in academia, you will need to take those breaks. I'll not talk a lot about the academia, Professor Jerono and others. Maybe you can attest to that. But in the industry, we take breaks. You don't work all the time. You have to take breaks. That way you rejuvenate and be strong enough to continue working. So now for the graduates, you have graduated, you have your degree, bachelor's or master's or PhD. So what do you do next? For the master's and PhD, those who have already done some work, that is whatever I'm going to say may be not new, but it is still worth mentioning. You have a weapon in your hands. And somebody said it's like a blunt piece of equipment. If you do not utilize it, you will not get anything out of it. You want to be able to get some job, take care of yourself. If you have a family, take care of your family. And don't just, I was going to use a harsh word, let us not be selfish. You have to be able to do some positive work and reach out to the community. You should be able to impact the life of others in your career and in this life. If you do not interact with people and actually help out, whether it's financially or otherwise, it's unfortunate. From what I've observed over time, there comes a time when you'll need to interact with other people, and especially when you're in need. And that need comes in many ways. You could fall sick. And I can assure you that is the time you'll get to know who your friends really are. And I'm talking about this through experience. And again, in a separate forum, Professor Jerono knows my situation. Yeah, I'll get to talk more about that in a different forum. But tonight is for the graduates. I just want to congratulate you once again. Enjoy the moment. Enjoy the moment with your families. Enjoy the moment with your friends. Have fun. Dr. Jerono, Professor Jerono, I don't know. The graduates deserve some gifts. You know, in Swahili, we say mkono mtupu haulambwi.
That's true.
What have we done as KESID?
Andrew will help us to buy the gifts. We'll work with the embassy to get some gifts.
Yes, I
Okay.
will bring to Georgia.
Good. Good.
Okay.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
That should happen. And yeah, when Professor Jerono says that, be rest
Happen.
assured that that must happen.
Yes. Yes.
It,
Thank
it has
you.
happened before, and
Mm-hmm.
it has not stopped. It has to continue.
Yes.
And on top of that, yeah, enjoy, eat some good food, and also have faith in what you do. Be confident in everything that you do. There are a lot of people around you, people with good ideas, people have studied. In fact, I don't know if Professor Monda is in this gathering.
No, he's not here, but we have him.
Okay.
He's not here.
Yeah, they say ametaalamika kwenye taaluma za wataalam. Kufunzi, yeah? Yes. And with those few remarks, I will tell the graduates to go ahead and explore the world. Enjoy yourselves. Yeah, this is your evening. Whatever I've said is not new. Some of you have graduated last weekend. Some of you graduated in the fall. Some of you will be graduating, I think, this weekend. Whatever I'm telling you is nothing original. These are things that have been said over and over again. Yeah, it's only that a person like me, I'm not an expert in conveying messages. Yeah, I do better when I am doing some calculations. So, yeah, with those few remarks, Professor Jerono, thank you for the opportunity to get to just talk to the graduates. And thank you also for the other members of the board, KESID board, for being here tonight. May you have a good evening, and thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Engineer Dr. Wanyama. You have again, we will invite you. We appreciate your keywords, get some extra certificates, reach out, connect, don't fear to ask for help. We've all done that. And you had a story, we'll invite you back to share those stories. And a lot of us have journeys that we've gone through. Without further ado, I'm going to call on the graduates. And as I call your name, we will give you the floor to say something, introduce yourself, where you graduated from, and what you aspire to do. It is really your day. So let me share my screen real quick. Let's see.
Sorry, my internet had disappeared.
Can you see my screen? Okay. Okay. All right. Our first graduate is Eunice Waweru, who is graduating with a master's in agricultural and resources economics from Tuskegee University. Are you in the house? Eunice.
Yes, I'm here. Can you see me?
Karibu, it's your day. Shine.
Hi. Hi, everyone. My name is Eunice Waweru, and I recently graduated from Tuskegee University with a master's degree in agricultural and resource economics. Yeah, I came in the US in the fall of 2021, and it's been a journey. From fall 2021. While I was back in Kenya, I did my undergrad in Machakos University and in agribusiness management. And after 2 years, I found an opportunity to come to Tuskegee University. And actually, Tuskegee has also given me another opportunity to pursue my doctorate degree. So I'm in my PhD program now, and I'm studying integrative public policy and development.
Congratulations. We are so proud of you.
Thank you.
KESID family is proud of you. We'll organize. Andrea said we'll get you a gift from KESID and from the Kenyan Embassy. Our next graduate is Faith Cherop Lagat, who is graduated with a master's in accounting and MBA from Illinois State University. Faith, are you in the house? Faith, please unmute if you're in the house. Okay, it looks like she's not here. Our next graduate is Edwin Oluoch Awino, who is graduating with a master's in applied geospatial science from Bowling Green State University. Edwin, karibu, are you in the house? Okay. Edwin is not in the house. Next is Ann Mutaba, Masters of Science in Cybersecurity from Grand Valley State University. Ann, are you in the house? Okay, did they miss their graduation? Okay, we'll keep going until they show up. Okay, our next graduate is Madeline Rotich, who graduated with an MBA with a concentration in human resources from Cumberland University. Madeline, are you in the house? Okay, keep moving. Our next graduate is Joshua Oboche Obuya, Masters of Science in Business Analytics from University of Alabama in Huntsville.
Yeah, hi everyone.
Okay, let's go. There you go. Let me stop sharing so we can see you shine. We celebrate you. There you go. Good.
Thank you so much. It's an honor to be celebrated. Not every day we get these chances because adulting in itself is something else. And choosing to take on journeys which are more or less like towards personal growth is also something for the brave, if I may say. So thank you very much, Professor Rotich and everybody else for organizing the whole KESID family, and also the guests that you have from the embassy. Thank you very much. I graduated from the University of Alabama in Huntsville. I think I've met Dr. Ochieng once. He's the one who introduced us to KESID, I think when we just joined the US. A group of us in Huntsville, Alabama, then he introduced us to this whole family. And we've been in touch ever since then. So came into the US in 2022 in the fall to join the UAH. I did my undergrad in Kenya at the University of Nairobi back in 2011, worked for about 8-9 years. My undergrad was in economics and statistics. I worked in the research and data analysis space. Then I thought that I think I should explore bigger economies and bigger markets when I can get better exposure. And that led me to the US. So it's been an interesting journey, but I think every moment is worth taking note of and just celebrating to me. So that's been it. I graduated in December, and also in Kenyan terms, tarmacked. But grateful and I can thank God that at least now I've been able to join the workforce. This is my first week actually. I joined Cisco, so as a data scientist. So it's really an honor as well. And really grateful and looking forward to more accolades, pursuing more, contributing to the economy, working together with, connecting more with KESID members. That's one thing I really would love to get to actually be able to be part of. Also, as time progresses, once I've been in the industry and seen what the industry has to offer, hopefully I'll also get able to join the rest of you in your PhD programs and see which other route we will take. So that's basically it from me. I thank you so much once again for celebrating us, and thank you so much and for this opportunity.
Thank you so much. We're so proud of you and we welcome you to join the PhD. Don't stay too long there. Don't get too comfortable, okay? Great.
Okay.
All right. Our next graduate is Vincent Lagat with Capital Markets Program from Milken Institute, George Washington University. Vincent, are you in the house? Okay. Vincent is not in the house. We will proceed. Next graduate is Jennifer Tagom, Masters in Business Analytics and Information Management, Business Analytics and Information Management. I thought it was put twice. Oh, no. Masters in Business Analytics and Information Management, Business Analytics and Information Management. Wow, University of Delaware. Jennifer, are you in the house? Jennifer. Okay. She's not in the house. All right. Our next graduate is Penvilla Chepkemoy, Masters in Quantitative Economics and Econometrics, Financial Economics from Bowling Green State University. Penvilla, are you in the house? Penvilla. Okay. Penvilla is not here. We'll send you certificates. All of you are not here. Our next graduate is Julius Muga Ogayo with an MA in International Development, Infrastructure Development, Governance, and Policy from American University, Washington, D.C. Julius, are you in the house? Okay, Jimmy, we'll do a better job telling them next time to join in. All right, let's proceed. Shadrach Osero, Masters of Business Analytics from the Pennsylvania State University, University Park. Shadrach Osero, are you in the house?
Yes, I'm around. Thank you.
Great. All right, it's your turn. We celebrate you. We're so proud of you.
Yeah, thank you for coming. Yeah, this is my second year appearing this session. I came to Penn State in the fall of 21. In fact, this is my second master's. I did do a master's, so it's a beautiful moment for me, and I really feel glad to be here. Yeah.
The job market already, or you are still looking?
Yes, now I want to go to a job market. I feel exhausted doing double masters. Now I need a job. I have a couple of interviews. I did interview today. I have another one tomorrow lined up. So I look forward to maybe entering the job market and seeing what happens next.
You have our prayers and you have our love, and we're here to stand with you. If there's anything we can do to help, let us know. Great. Congratulations again. Our next graduate is John Jenga. We call him our orchestra photographer with a Master's of Music, Performance, and Choral, with a concentration in choral conducting, University of Arkansas, Fayetteville. Jenga, are you in the house? Okay, maybe he's singing with Makobi, right? Is he performing in New York with Makobi? Okay. Our next graduate is Joy Nyokabi Karinge, MA in International Relations from Syracuse University. Joy, are you in the house? Congratulations. We are moving now to the PhD. Congratulations to our doctoral students. I was a master's student. Now we have our doctoral students. I wish I could be there. I'm sure you've been included physically. But our first doctoral student is Dr. Eric Kome Moriani with a PhD in music education from University of Florida. Eric, are you in the house?
Yes, I'm here.
There you go, Eric. We said Dr. Eric Karibu. Let me stop sharing the screen so we can see you. All right, Dr. Eric Karibu. Celebrate you.
Well, thank you.
You
Thank
look
you very
like you're
much
already in the job market. You're already in business. Okay. Okay.
Well, I'm just telling my friends that it feels weird to be called a doctor, and I'm not. I don't think I will get used to that. But thank you very much for this opportunity to just have us and celebrate with us. I think my journey at the University of Florida started in the spring of 2021. So this is 3 years and like 5 months or something that I've been here, and it has been enjoyable so far. Before that, I did my master at Kenyatta University and my undergrad as well. That's where I met a lot of people like Makobi, their friends like Jenga Kimita and many other music people that you've seen at KESID, like you saw last year, quite a big team. But I've learned something about music education as I have progressively moved through these stages. Actually, my dissertation was about the history of music education in Kenya, and I'll tell you for a fact that there was a narrative inquiry and interviewed the most influential music educators that we have in Kenya, starting with Professor Akuno, who is now the current Vice Chancellor at Joost. And the story is the same, that music education was never taken as a career before. They all suffered. Their parents wanted them to be doctors and engineers and lawyers and all the those careers that you know are careers. All those influential educators share a story of resilience and doing what they really love. I think that is my story as well. My parents didn't know. No one actually in my village knew that I was going to pursue music, because they every time I told a few of them, and every time I went back home, they would ask me, so have you recorded any CDs? So to them, music was just singing and recording music and entertaining people. But there is more to that. There is a lot more to learn about that. So I've learned that as I throughout all these years that I've been studying music education, and I can tell you for sure it is a career that I don't think I usually tell my friends that I was very good at mathematics, and I was in a dilemma of either doing mathematics or music, and I chose music, and I have never regretted any bit. So anyone who is here and probably have children or relatives that want to pursue whatever they want to pursue, just support them. And I am just assessing testimony. Well, thank you very much for these celebrations, and I'm hoping to see as many of us in Atlanta, Georgia, as possible. And the best gift, for example, not me, just for anyone who is has graduated, would be probably a free registration. Just think about that as we move forward. I'm just advocating for anyone who might not be able to do that, to be able to be supported to go to Atlanta and meet the bigger community. So thank you very much for having me.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dakari. We appreciate you. We have taken note of that with Ambassador. We'll see what to do, and we shall relay that to KESID. Our next graduate is Dr. Josephine Jerry Mwangi, PhD in Public Health with a concentration in health behavior from Indiana University. And she's joining us all the way from Kenya. Dr. Mwangi, are you in the house?
Yes, I'm in the house.
Please take the floor. Good to see you. Oh my goodness. You ain't not, you and you.
Good evening in the US, and good morning from Kenya. I'm in your tomorrow already. My name is Dr. Josephine Mwangi. I graduated from Indiana University in the School of Public Health. At Indiana University with Dr. Jerono. I'm so much excited, and thank you so much for celebrating us. I'm currently in Kenya, and I'm looking at pursuing positions in postdoc or assistant professor. And I do appreciate this moment because I've been in the US for a while, started my journey at Ohio University for my master's and moved to Indiana University for my PhD. So this feels like a full circle as a completion, and I have so much to be grateful for. So I also appreciate our mentors like Dr. Jerono, Dr. Engineer JC, and also seeing Dr. Shitandi here. We have been working on community engagement at Kabrak University, which was supported by Dr. Shitandi. So it's good to see you in the room, and everyone else, even our colleagues. So thank you so much. And also feels good to be Dr. Josephine Mwangi. Yeah, I love the name. Thank you.
Wow, congratulations, Dr. Josephine Mwangi. If anybody is in Kenya, KESID will be having dinner with Josephine in Kenya on the 13th. What day is it? 13th is on Monday with a group from Indiana University at Serena Hotel. Join us to celebrate our sister. Dr. Andrew Buop, you see Kenyans are going back. So we'll come to where you are to celebrate you again. Josephine, we'll see you on Monday the 13th for dinner with your family from IU that will be in town. Thank you. Thank you.
You're mute.
Can you see my screen?
Not the PowerPoint.
Okay,
We
something
can see your
disappeared.
desktop.
Something, okay. Share. Okay, can you see that now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got excited with all the doctors. Dr. Karen Buckley, PhD in Biological Sciences, Molecular Genetics from Bowling Green State University. Dr. are you in the house? Okay, Dr. Buckley is not here, but she was at KESA, and we'll see you at KESA. Our next is Dr. Eddie Money, PhD in Music Education from Indiana University, Bloomington. Dr. Money, I hope you're in the house.
Hello.
Eddie Money is in the house. There you go. Good. Let me stop sharing. Good. There you go, Doctor. Yeah, it's your day. Sean, we celebrate you.
Thank you so much, Professor Jerono. Thank you, everyone, for bringing us all together. Congratulations to everybody here who has really put in the work. It is not easy, and maybe some people might say it's easy, but those might be countable. Once we get to the other side of it, we are almost numb, and it takes a while to recover and properly enjoy the moment. So thank you so much for allowing us to come here and remind us that it is important to celebrate. And I hope that everybody will hit the road and the future will be kind to us all. So thank you so much and God bless you.
Thank you so much again, Dr. Money. We're so proud of you. We're here to celebrate. And we are part of your extended family that we cannot be here physically, so we want to join you virtually to support and to say we are so proud of you. And last but not the least is Dr. Sylvia Ayeko. So Dr. Sylvia was one of our founding KESID student leaders. She's getting a PhD. She got a PhD in health promotions and behavioral science from Houston, Texas. I think Texas, Houston. Dr. Sylvia Ayeko, are you in the house? Okay. Okay, I'll stop there. Okay, so Dr. Sylvia, she's actually one of those who have been mentoring our students with the NIW. She's one of those who have been recipients. So again, that brings us to the end of our graduates. We celebrate everybody. We are so proud of you, and this is your family. We're here to hug you. I wish we could get our hugs, to love on you, to wish you all the best as you move on with the next phase of your life, be it in the job market, graduate school, whatever it is. You have our love, you have our prayers, you have our blessings. Okay? I will now open the floor for anyone who wants to share any comments. Any words of encouragement? Anybody wants to say something? Graduates, supporters, mentors. Yes, Dr. Ochieng.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. Again, I just want to congratulate all the graduates. This is wonderful. It reminds us of those many years that we went through the same process. So once again, congratulations. The only thing I wanted to say, and I really followed Dr. Wanyama's presentation, and I actually am completely in agreement with most of the things he said. I thought I should just add maybe one more thing. So what I have realized from my observation is that when we come from Kenya, many of us, I think we are so beaten by the problems in Kenya. So when we come here, we tend to have a mindset or a mentality like I can just do anything. Just give me anything, I will be able to do it. So many times, if you ask our students, what do you really want to do when you graduate? They say, oh, whichever job I get, I can just do it. So what I want to challenge you about is to actually start thinking about what you would be passionate doing, especially after graduating. And there's no problem trying many different things. You can try maybe industry. If you think industry would work for you, you can try something else. And the objective should be try as many things as you can so that you settle on what you want to do. You don't want to 10 years after your graduation to be still trying things out. So I would recommend that you go out there and try to figure out what makes you tick. What is this that you are passionate about, that you can go to work without being paid and you'd still be happy about it. So let's get out of this culture of, okay, just give me any job, just give me any of those. And I know sometimes we say that because we don't have the right papers, or we don't see some stability. But I just want to advise many of us to have a focus. Just know that this is what I want to do, even if it's in the academia. If you want to be in academia, know that it's important to have a PhD. Okay, unless you want to go to work as a technician in some university, but if you want to be in academia, if you want to teach and do research, know that it's important that you have a PhD. So if you haven't acquired a PhD, then it's important to think about it. If you want to go to the industry, sometimes a master's would be enough, but many people, you would rather have a PhD because you'd be a team leader. If you are a master's, you tend to work under people who have a PhD. So just try things out and figure out what you want to do, because there's nothing as bad as going to work and you don't enjoy what you're doing. So that's just some advice I would want to put out there. And sometimes, you can go for a postdoc, just trying to figure out what you want to do. But when you settle, just give it your best shot. And also to add, I know there was a prayer from Teresa that opportunity should come and locate you. Let me turn it around. Go for those opportunities, okay? Because there are a lot of opportunities out there, and opportunities will often come to locate you when you get to the position of Professor Jerono. So now they will call you and say, okay, here's an opportunity. We have seen your CV, but go out and conquer, get those opportunities, and just find what you like doing and stick to that. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I like that. Go out and look for those opportunities. Thank you. Anybody else wants to say something before we close? Yes, Titus. Titus, your hand is raised up. Go ahead.
Mine is just to congratulate the graduates. You've done a great job, marvelous. Your hard work will always go noticed, and welcoming you to the real world, where it's just a sequel to the hard work that you've put in school, only that this time there are no 4 corners. You have unlimited, infinite corners around the world. And remember that the world is your oyster. You have one shot at life. You can do all that you set out to do. Don't let anyone tell you it can't. You are in the land of opportunity for a reason, and the best is yet to come. Hongera, and keep on going up.
Sana, thank you. Anyone else? Okay.
Jerono, I can't see
Yes.
where
Yes,
to raise my
Daktari.
hand.
Yes, Daktari, go
Yes.
ahead. Go ahead, Daktari.
Sorry for interrupting. I was trying to look for where to raise my hand. I can't see it on my.
That's okay. That's okay. You found it.
Yeah, good to see everyone, and congratulations to the new upcoming scholars, not the upcoming scholars, the new graduates. We celebrate you, and tons of congratulations. That's no mean achievement. and we can't be more proud of you. I've got just two quick things to mention here as we as we join the club. I used to attend the graduation ceremonies a lot at Kenyatta University, both as a performer and also when I got conferred with my degrees. And then the late Mzee Moi would officiate the ceremonies, and every time he would confer the degree, there's this statement he would make. And I used to wonder, but this is the statement he would say, that I give you the power to read and do all that appertains to this degree. And I used to wonder, I mean, we have read books, we have done all manner of exams. Why is the chancellor telling us again to read and do all that appertains to this degree? Later on, I came to discover that actually, when you get conferred with that degree, the journey has just begun. You have just begun the journey. You have just scratched the surface. And what Mzee was saying is like, hey, now you have to get into the world and start reading so that you can now show the world that you actually merit that degree, okay? So I just want to tell you that, hey, the journey has begun. Get into the world, get into those libraries, read. Now, this is your time now to get into the deeper layers of what you have just scratched the surface. In other words, just don't get into your comfort zone and say, hey, now I have a PhD, now I need to be called a doctor, I have my master's. Now it's the time for you to pitch tents in those libraries. As you get to teach, don't just get into class unprepared. There are conferences. Now just get to do a lot of research, attend conferences, so that as you now get onto the podium to speak and you are referring to yourself as a doctor, I mean, someone can see you are actually someone of substance. You are an expert in your area, you are a professional in your area, and people can trust you and the society can believe you, okay? Then the second thing, there was this occasion we were, I think, one of the graduations, and then the former Vice Chancellor of Kenyatta University, Professor Mugenda, came to address the congregation, and she kept emphasizing this phrase, that, hey, you have now your PhD, and you have to remember this, that the higher you go, the humbler you need to become, okay? Being referred as a doctor or a professor is not just enough. Your character should actually accompany that title. And the character that should accompany that title is one whereby you actually can be as humble as possible, okay? I've had colleagues or friends who would even remind you that, hey, if you are referring to me and I am a doctor, please address me through my title. They will always remind you, please address me through my title. You know, I mean, sometimes you have to really take care of, you know, the limits. You may find yourself having this bloated ego subconsciously. So every time try to find a way of someone checking you or checking yourself. Am I overdoing it? Am I modest in my way of doing things? Or is my PhD or my master's making me, you know, become this guy of bloated ego, and every time you want to remind people, hey, I studied in one of the prestigious universities, or you know, I did ABC. Let your action speak for itself. Don't remind people that you are so and so we have to address you through your title. I mean, let us just, there are professors I meet, and sometimes you are told this is Professor Jerono, and you're like, hey, I didn't know, because they'll not remind you. You'll just see that, you know. So that is my prayer for you as you get into the world. Thank you so much, Professor Jerono, for the opportunity, and we wish all the graduates our best, and may you achieve what you have studied for. Thank you.
Great. Thank you so much, Dr. Shitande from Indiana University via KU, via Kabarak. We appreciate you. Yes, I see Dr. Muchai's hand. I see Caterpillar and Cummings are in the house today.
Hey, thank you, Dr. Wanyama, and thank you all those who have gone before me to give remarks. My battery is about to die in a minute. Can you still hear me? Yeah, so I'm going to be very quick just in case it dies. I'm going to pour cold water on all the graduates. So I'm the bad guy for the night. You've done great, but work just started. Getting a job, getting placed somewhere where you start earning the money you so much deserve is not easy. It's a work by itself. I pray that each one of you will not give up looking for employment. It's tough time, but there is something somewhere there for you, and don't settle for what you're not worth. Be very clear what you need to do, but be very persistent on your applications. 20 applications, 30, 40, 50, keep going until you land that job. You deserve it, you've worked for it, but don't give up on the way. And please seek out for ideas. Like many have said here, we have open doors as mentors. Your resume, critique, your interviews. How do I interview for this position? You may think you know it, but I'm telling you, ask. There is a wealth of information in this room. God bless you and congratulations again. All the best.
Wow. Thank you so much, Dr. Muchai. We appreciate you. Okay. All right. If there are no more comments, I'm going to hand over to, the Sylvester.
Yeah, I think I saw one of the graduates has come in, so I was wondering if we could give him a chance to say hi.
Who is that?
John. I think he's still around. I saw him. Kimita.
John Karibu. Please. John Kimita, are you in the house? Yeah. Looks like he's not here. Did he leave again,
hello.
John? Yes, go ahead.
Yes, I'm here.
Congratulations. Yes. Tell us
Yeah, thank you very much.
Introduce yourself, your degree, where you graduated from, and what you plan to do. What are your next steps? Yes. And congratulations.
Yes, good evening. I'm John Kimita Njenga. I'm from the University of Arkansas. I'm graduating with a master's in music in choral conducting. And my next step, I'll be joining Ball State University to pursue a doctorate in choral conducting. And thank you very much for celebrating us. And yes, thank you very much.
Congratulations. Ball State, the one in Indiana or where?
Yes, that one.
Oh, down the street, Karibu. Welcome.
Yes.
Welcome. Wow, this is nice. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Great. All right. Anybody else, or hand over to Jimmy? Jimmy, please take over. I think we're done with the graduates in the comments. You can finish
All
and
right.
finish with the word of prayer. Yes.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining us this evening and getting to celebrate the graduates who are transitioning either to a master's or PhD or getting into academia or industry. We wish you all the best, and that, as very many people have mentioned here, especially Dr. Wanyama, don't fear. Don't fear. Just be confident, be humble, continue to build your skills, and reach out to people who might be able to connect you to other people that you can work with. Ours is to wish you all the best. If you need any assistance, if you need connection to people who are in your field, please reach out. We'll be able to do what is possible and connect people who can help you in this process of applying for new opportunities. It's a taxing process, as Dr. Muchai has mentioned, but it's not difficult. And I think one thing everybody else has emphasized is know your worth and don't settle for less, because your opportunity will definitely come at the right time. So thank you, everybody. And I think it's time to say goodnight and hope to see you in our next sessions in fall next 2024. Thank you.